Yeah, guys. So GBL mastermind Mustafa here.
Nice.
Very humble.
Subtle flex. Actually, not even subtle. Just full flex.
Outright.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Berryvengers podcast. This is episode 7 of an 8-part series. Make sure to check out our previous episodes. So we've done episodes so far on game design, game art, game marketing, game development, and our latest one was on UI UX, which just released a few days back. And now we move on to something a bit different from all of these. Also on a side note, we've just turned 5. The company, not us, not the podcast team. So congratulations to GBL. Today we have some interns who've interned at Gameberry Labs, and so we just wanted to understand how their journey was, and it's just been a limited time that they've worked here as well. So we just want to learn about their journey. So we have a lot more guests than usual. So let's just get this part done a little bit quicker. First off, we have Keshav, who is a marketing intern. So yeah, Keshav.
Hi team, so I'm Keshav Bimsaria, as Sohrab said. So I'm one of the marketing interns who joined Gameberry a couple of months ago, and I'm from MICA, Ahmedabad, and a native from Ahmedabad. Yeah.
Okay. And Anand? You have Anand.
Hi,
Raj.
so
Yeah.
hi, I'm Anand. I'm also a student of MICA. I'm an engineering fresher, and right now I'm doing my MBA. And I'm from Kochi, so yeah, that's it.
Nice. And next we have Anagha. Anagha Valsaraj.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Hi everyone, and thank you Sohrab for having us here. So like Sohrab introduced, my name is Anagha and I work for the product team. I have been interning with JPL for past 2 months now. I am a first year graduate from Rohtak. That's about me.
Okay. And lastly we have Mustafa Jabuawala, if I'm saying that right.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey guys, this is Mustafa. I'm also pursuing my MBA from MICA, and I'm from Ahmedabad. I'm currently working in the product team for backgammon.
Right. Yep. All right. So usually how we start off this podcast is by, like, if it's a UI UX podcast, we try and find out what is UI UX, but we can't really do that with you guys. So I just thought we'll start off as, like, what exactly your role is in the company. Like, what do you guys do? Tell us a little bit about the project that you've been working on, and what did you get to do on them? So
Right.
Yeah.
So I will go first. So
Sure.
so as I said, I'm the marketing intern. So within it, I'm working on the social media accounts of Ludo Star India. So my project was to design a UGC campaign, which is the user generated campaign,
Okay.
in which users make content for you. One of the examples would be shot on iPhone. So how Apple gets
Oh, right.
content from the users. So similarly, I had to design a UGC campaign. So right from the research to the execution, and now it's already executed. So now I'm seeing whether it worked or not, and how did it do, and all of that. So yeah,
Okay.
that was the ending stage of the internship.
Okay.
So I'm a marketing intern. My role is to basically optimize our image ads. And as we all know, we have 3 different types of ads: image ads, text ads, and video ads.
Right.
So image ads are like the ads that pop up while you're playing a game or using an app. So that you'll probably won't even look at it, or like you'll try and close it as soon as it pops up. But what I'd want to do is to like make you look at it, or at least spend some time looking at it and at least seeing what the game is or what it is trying to show. And like if you are interested, actually clicking on the ad, and not by mistake, not because the X button is too small, but actually because you want.
Right. So you're
So that's my project.
You're the one responsible for creating those annoying ads that we don't
Kind
like
of,
seeing
but
in
like
games.
making it not annoying.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So for me, so far I have worked on the PathGC data. So we get the user data from the app, and then we try to get some metrics out of it, so that we can make strategic decision out of that data. For example, like if we get the daily active user data and project it for the upcoming month, if we do some changes on it, we have to like maybe decide whether we have to concentrate on the early user retention or entertain the entertain the late users. So to decide this, we have to like do few changes in the data. So we will have more insight on what to do for the game or something. So this is what I do.
So you're basically looking at the future of like what we can do in the future to keep these people in the game, right?
Yeah, like find a meaning out of the data.
Right. Understood. Okay. And what about Mustafa?
Yep. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm working in the backgammon team, and it is a new game, and I'm working on the contest feature for it. So if you open the app right now, you'll see it is locked and it is yet to be implemented. So I am designing that feature, and how it goes is that we first do some market research around the feature. We collect data and check like what kind of structures we can implement for our app, and ultimately make decisions based on data, and also like the offline cultures of our target groups, and ultimately decide what will be best for our app, and then creating the spec document for the feature. So that's my project.
Right. Yeah. So I've personally worked with Mustafa, and I know what he's working on. That's really exciting stuff. As a game designer, I wish I worked on that, but I mean, you got the opportunity, so it must have been really fun. Definitely.
Yep, same here.
Awesome. So I was also wondering how you guys exactly got the opportunity to intern here, because is it just something that your college like directly linked to GBL, or did GBL have some posting about it, or did you actually have to go like hunting out for this post? And how did you go about it?
So yeah, I'll start with this. So we are basically MBA students, so all of us are doing our MBA, and we are like post our first year of MBA.
Okay.
So as part of our course, we have to do a 2 or 3 month summer internship, and like it's mandatory for all the students. So basically, during our second term, we had a placement drive, during which companies would come to our college, and like if students are interested in these companies, we can apply for them.
Okay.
So GBL was part of one of the companies that came, and so we were interested in gaming, so we applied to it. And then there was like a lengthy procedure, like interviews, assignments, after which we got shortlisted. Yeah.
Okay. So you, Mustafa, and Keshav were the same, on the same.
Yeah, all three of us had the same.
Yep.
Right. So Anagha was different for you, right?
It's almost like what Anand has explained. For us also, placement committee has got JBL to our college.
Okay.
So I just want to talk about the interview part. So we had 3 rounds. First we had one assignment, and then we had 2 60 minutes long interview. So I want to talk about previously, when the one who interviewing before you go, you think what they'll talk about 60 minutes will be very grilling interview and all. But then once I started, I did not realize how fast the time went. It was pretty interesting. We talked about a lot of things, for example, we talked about how we can revive Facebook and make that product more interesting for the youth and all. So it was very interesting. It was very different from normal interview. I really enjoyed, and from that time I was more inclined to work on JBL.
Damn cool.
So I had a similar experience actually. Most of my interview, me and the interviewer spent talking about our favorite games, what we liked about our games, and what are the features that we like, their communication, stuff like that. So it was really fun.
Yeah, that's something even I've experienced. If I've interviewed for a different company, it just feels so different from I'm not even sucking up to these guys. It's just it's just actually a lot of fun, and the way that the interviewer actually asks you the questions, the different types of questions that they ask you, it really makes you think, and you have really good conversations. So I know what you guys mean.
Also, most of us had it this way. First half they asked questions, second half we were just chit chatting about our favorite games. And
Nice.
And one small thing. So what I really liked was that my second interview was taken by Afsar.
Okay.
So given the fact that the founder of the company is also very, very interested in hiring interns, and he's involved also in those aspects, is also pretty interesting, because not every company has that top level management come to interview the interns, right?
True,
so that was also there.
True. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So for some of you, this has been your second or third job, right? And I was wondering how it is working in a gaming company as compared to any other sort of company. What experiences were different for you guys? Because this is my first company and I've not experienced anything else. So apart from like maybe listening to my friends or listening to my family members or something or whatever they told me in the past. So yeah, what do you guys feel about working in a gaming company?
Right. So, like before coming to GBL, like before my MBA, I spent 3 years working at an engineering firm as an electrical engineer. So, like my role was basically to design process plants, like various plants in the FMCG and oil and gas industry. So, the power distribution system, designing that. So, like the job entailed like creating a lot of calculation documents and specification for equipment and similar stuff. Now, when I came to GBL, like the first task which I got was to reach level 20 on one backgammon app. And like I was working from home, I told my parents I'm starting on this date. Like after a week went by, they were like, "Are you sure you're working? we only see you playing all day." So that was there, and moving forward, what I saw like, it doesn't matter if we are working on a simple game like a match 3 game or something like an FPS. The level of detail that goes into these games is huge. And like that has been really interesting here, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, there are times even when like in the middle of work, if I'm just like too stressed or something, even I just go and play some other game. Like it doesn't even have to be like a mobile game, even related to something that I'm working on. You can just go play something else, and I can just tell my parents or tell whoever asks me that no, it's related to work. It's fine. It's games anyway. So, it's a huge buff of working in a gaming company. Yeah. So, who else worked in a different company?
So
Keshav.
So I worked in a news media startup. So my role was pretty similar there. Like I was content and marketing strategist there. So I used to handle their social media. But the key difference was, given it's a different industry, because it's a news media firm, their social media was a lot more active, and their consumers or readers were a lot different than that of GBL. So, and in that too, I'm handling the Ludo Star account. So that was a lot of, like, there was a vast difference in the followers or consumers there. So I had to adapt to it. So that was one thing that was really different in a gaming company, especially for me. But experience-wise also, it's like there it was good, and I thought that it's really hard to match that type of experience in an organization. But here it's even better. And again, like as you said, I'm not sucking up to the company, but it's really good. Like which company hosts a podcast with all of their employees and then calls interns also, and that is just the top of what people see. Like there is so many fun things that go inside, so that is also there.
Cool.
Okay, so I have like previously worked on an IT company. So the major difference is that that company was relatively old. So I used to feel like young there. Here the company is like everyone is like relatively young, and I kind of actually feel old in this company. And people are like very excited to like work, and there is so much fun activities going on. Maybe it's a gaming company, so I guess people are more creative here. So there's like a lot of importance given to having fun also here at this company. And I was also excited for the fact that here in the random channel, I got to see, before my YouTube notification gave me the new Marvel Thor series trailer, I happened to see that in the office Slack channel. So these are like some of the great things I find like working in this company.
Exactly. We have a lot of people keeping up with all the trends and just posting everything on random.
Yeah, even the new games released, they'll see in the Slack channel.
Exactly. Like even yesterday, I posted a link for like the Epic Games was giving out Bioshock collection. So
thanks, man. I claimed that one.
Okay. Welcome. Actually, something on what Keshav said, like for marketing, did you have to also play games? Did you?
Yeah. We did.
When you first joined?
Yeah, so we had to play a wide variety of games actually. So my manager gave me a list of games that I had to play, like 20 different games. So like for the first 1 week, I was trying out different games, seeing their ads, finding out what works.
Same as Anand.
Okay. Cool. But like I'm sure you guys have had like a wonderful experience here. But how was it actually getting to like work with real people and real data? And because I mean, like how did that feel? Like when you're in college, you never really get into it so much and like into this detail and actually working with like real world numbers and real data. So like how do you guys feel about that? Was it so crazy different or like it was nice? Did it feel good?
Yeah, I would like to talk about this. So
Yeah.
I feel it's a lot different. College, it will only show like, you have to look at the data and then get business insight from that. So how to do that and all, we will get to learn from the company only, like
Right.
what metrics to take and how to like, change things. So you'll get the valuable insight from that data.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to learn a lot more working than what I studied actually.
Okay. Yeah.
So one of the things which I found interesting was that like during college also we hear a lot that like we can actually use data and it will help you a lot in making decisions.
Exactly.
And so once I came here and I got to see actual data, what I realized was that sometimes it's very different from what we perceive. So we might feel that a lot of people would be just playing lower bet games or higher bet games, and it sometimes turns out to be very different. And actually looking at real-time data, that helps a lot in making decisions.
True. Yeah, so even I felt like getting into like personally for me, getting into art field education is not that great. I mean, if you just, again, like I talked about this even in the UI UX one, if you just have the passion for it, working in a gaming company is just like natural, and you kind of just learn everything on the job, and it's easy to get into it. And like once you get into the core detail, obviously it gets more complicated, but still, if you love it, you just don't feel like it's actually work. So yeah. Could you guys tell me about what your day-to-day role was? Because like I'm curious about how different your day goes compared to like the rest of us. Basically like how much work was given to you guys, like how much responsibility was given to you guys. Like from what I've seen, you guys actually have had quite a lot of like access to different areas of the company, a lot of freedom to do like whatever research that you wanted, and yeah. So how did you guys feel about that?
So of most days, like our day starts with a scrum, which is a meeting in which like everyone from our team meets and like tells about what they are working on. So that's the start of the day. After which like we'll have discussions with our managers like on what we have to do on that day or like a task for that week. So that's basically from my end. Like I'll meet with my manager, we'll discuss what we have to do. After that, like my work is mostly by myself. So for me, my work is to like look into different ads and like find out what is working, stuff like that. So these would be like things that I would do on my own time. So it's a bit more flexible. So for me, I prefer working at night. So I would like find out what I have to do in the morning, discuss it with the different members of the team. For example, the other members of the creative team or the social media, or like even the art team, or like I'll get data from the social media team about what is working from our side. And then like to compile it, I'll do it like my own work. I'll probably do it later in the day or after work hours. So yeah, my day is pretty flexible.
Okay, fair enough. You're not going to talk about your sleeping habits that you told me about. You don't have to if you want. Okay.
Anand, give the real answer.
I think we've got a signal to not mention.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I can make it diplomatic.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on.
Sleep as well. Right. Yeah. So as Anand said, my day is also pretty similar, but there is one change is that I am given a lot of more room to do my own research and do things on my own.
Okay.
So comparatively, I have less meetings during the daytime after the scrum. So if I have any doubts or if I want to clarify something or if I want to just talk to my manager or other people in the same team, that's when I usually schedule a meeting or just have a quick call on Slack. Otherwise, I am given the room to do my work at my own pace.
Okay.
So that is one thing that I really felt different here.
Right.
And so usually my day to day, like after the scrum, I usually work on my research part, and after post lunch I usually have meetings with the team if I have any. Otherwise, yeah, and then again I resume with my work. So that is how the day looks like.
Okay. Is it
So
any different for you guys?
So even I like work quite a lot in like later during the evening or night, and I think it has to do with our 12 a.m. deadlines, which very often get extended to 6 a.m. and us being used to working.
Who's gonna check at 12 a.m.?
Yeah,
that's why they get extended.
So
Yeah.
sometimes the submission portal gets logged.
Oh, you mean in college? I thought people were checking here at 12 a.m.
No, it's an MBA thing.
Okay.
About the MBA part. So I think a lot of us working in the night has something to do with that.
Yeah.
But so pretty much my day is similar. Like I have a morning one-to-one meeting with my manager every day. We just sync up about what I am doing, and if I have any blockers, we just get those cleared out. Following which I start working on my project. It can be anything like research or analyzing data or speccing out, and then throughout the day, if I have any issues, I get in touch with one of my team members, and we have a backgammon product team Scrum, which includes the UI UX team, product managers, and game designers. So Sohrab is also part of that team. So we just get synced up about what all everyone is working on, and if someone wants team member's opinion on something, so we just get that done, and then I get back to my work.
Okay. That's pretty similar.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about the flexibility part only. So we were given so much freedom to try out the things we want to work on, and also there is no time pressure. So that's very important, I feel, to to give our best. And the second thing is here the roles, they make everybody self-sufficient, I feel. Once we joined, we were all taught SQL. So if we want to look at the data and find something, we don't need to depend on someone. We can look at it. So that's also some great aspect, I think.
Okay.
Adding on to that time pressure thing, since we don't have fixed deadlines, it's in order to get work done, we have to put our own mini deadlines actually.
True.
We had break our tasks down. For example, for me, I'll whenever I do something, I'll get a review from my manager, whether I have to change something from this part. So after that, I'll move on to it. So but by having mini deadlines and breaking it into parts, I get it done.
Right. That kind of builds up responsibility in yourself also. That's a very nice thing. Yeah. You're right. This is just something a little bit fun. I mean, not fun. Maybe it's since most of you guys aren't from a gaming background, so is there any role that you saw in the company that you felt damn, I didn't think that there would be something like this in a gaming company. I didn't even know that this role existed. Did you guys have that feeling? Was there anything that you thought? Don't leave me hanging.
So for me, there were actually two roles. The first one is a role that I didn't really know, it was part of the gaming industry. The second, it was a role that I knew existed, but I didn't know how it happened in this industry. So game designer is something that I found new after coming to Gameberry Labs. So I found it really interesting because I didn't know what a game designer actually does. So that they have to basically put out the experience, they'll manage the experience of how the gameplay of the game works. And their second one is the product manager's role. So being an MBA student, I know what a product manager is, but I didn't know how that role fits into a gaming company. So prioritizing the different features, researching what works in different roles.
Right. Okay. So we have one game designer and one for product manager. What about you guys?
Yeah. So
I thought that. Okay, so you
Mustafa, go ahead.
Okay, so even I thought that game designer was something very different. Actually, I used to play a lot of CS, so I thought it will be something about modeling the maps and something of that sort. But coming here and looking at how much details the game designer has to put into preparing the spec documents and balancing everything, the economy and everything. So that was very interesting that I found here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good towards the game designer. Okay.
So for me, I never thought that quality assurance is something of a department in a software or a company that does not sell tangible things. So I always thought that it's something about a company that sells tangible things. But on our orientation, we were told about the different departments at GBL, and QA was one of them. So that's when I came to know that this also exists. So
yeah. Of course, we have to get it out without bugs. So there has to QA team must be there. And what about Anagha? Do you feel like?
Yeah, for me also, I haven't heard about the game designer role before, but I find it pretty interesting, the role. And even though I don't have a necessary qualification, I would like to work, as a game designer someday maybe.
Yeah, you don't need any qualifications. just play a ton of games. That's all. So, yeah, damn.
But product, my role also, I thought overlapped a bit with game design. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Kind of what you did was what a game designer does as well. So, yeah, that's good. Nice. Feels good because I've always been the type to never really go with what society says of how or what you should do and stuff like that. And now I'm actually doing a job that most people don't even know about. But still, it's so much fun. So yeah, that's nice. Cool. And also, personally, as the fun chief of the committee, I can testify that this company probably has more fun than you guys could ever imagine. So I'm talking to the listeners. These guys know about it. So if I were giving it a percentage value, I would probably say 45% fun and 55% work. Something like that. Does that sound right? Or am I making it out as if we have too much fun? I don't know. But that's not even a bad thing. Even if it is 45-55, it's pretty good. We love it. So, what's been your experiences with how fun it is to actually work here? And you guys have all experienced some of the bigger events that we've had as well. So, I would love to know how you guys felt about it.
So, the fun part of the whole internship started from the day one. So, during our orientation, all of us were made to play games also. We competed with each other in Scribble and code names and all of such games. And so I was the winner and I was sent ice creams also. So that was there. But
technically you were not, but okay.
We don't count you, Sohrab. So among the interns, I was the winner. So I was sent an ice cream. But the fun part is not just there, but even the whole company and the employees. So one thing that I really liked was the Slack channel. You have you have memes coming on the random channel, and then you have trivias at the end of every day, and on Fridays we play games. So the whole fun part, it's there throughout the week, and it's not just about once a month or once a week, but it's every day. So that is something that I really like.
Right.
And knowing that I'm a quiz master, our HR Kalpana, she also put me in the fun committee, even though I'm just an intern here for 2 months. So we also collaborated so many events. So that was also really good.
Yeah, we actually set up a whole quiz event while you were here. So that was perfect. Which actually Mustafa won. So what Mustafa, how did you feel about it?
Yeah, guys. So GBL mastermind Mustafa here.
Nice.
Very humble.
Subtle flex. Actually, not even subtle, dude. Full flex.
Outright.
So, I can vouch for the fact that it was super fun, and as actually it's only been 2 months we've been working here. So in those 2 months, we had an amazing quiz. Then we had an offsite, which was at Old Day Bangalore, where also we got to meet teammates. We played a lot of games. There was a whole Squid Game themed, event. It was so fun. Yep. So that and even today I redeemed my berry points, which I got from the quiz and some other activities, to get some ice cream for myself and my roommates.
What are berry points? We don't know. I don't think the listeners know what berry points are. You want to explain?
Yeah, sure. I'll explain. So how it goes is that whenever we have a big event like a quiz or something as small as wishing someone happy birthday on the Slack channel, we get some points for all those activities, and it keeps accumulating, and you can actually redeem them for items like the you can redeem it for something like an ice cream, or if you have more points you can get gift cards, and the highest gift is like a vacation. And I believe there was a gaming console on that list, right?
That's just like a whole bunch of stuff.
Yep. So I just redeemed some points very recently, and got some great ice cream.
So I mean, because these guys are leaving, they just had to redeem their berry points before they leave. So we just they redeem some ice creams. So nice. What about
adding on to the fun part? Actually, one thing I found really interesting is like in our daily scrums, like along with the work-related discussions, we also have like non-work related discussions. So like the managers will ask like, what team are you supporting in IPL, or how was your weekend? So stuff like this like keeps the daily discussions interesting.
True.
Everything is fun. Like, and we even have activities like once a weekend, or we have like someone will say their stories, or like they'll sing, perform. So it keeps stuff interesting.
True.
Yeah, also to add on to that, we also have a Goa trip planned. Unfortunately, our internship is too short. We won't be there for that.
That's pretty unfortunate that you guys won't be able to attend that. That's much later this year. So let's see. Anyways, we're nearing the end of the podcast, so we have to have our customary quiz. And for this quiz, we the usual. I've asked these guys what they want. So since they're a mix of product and marketing, I've kind of done general game trivia plus marketing of games. So if these guys can get 5, I will ask them an extra question so that they can beat last time's score of 5 on 5 for the first time. So there's a lot of pressure on you guys. I'm putting a lot of pressure on you guys.
The question's easy.
The questions are not easy. Last week's questions are way too easy. So there's no way I'm doing that again. Okay. So let's go. Question 1. What video game franchise has racked up over $1 billion in lawsuits? Cyberpunk 2077, GTA 5, Fortnite, or Donkey Kong?
I think Cyberpunk could be it because it had a lot of bugs on the list.
I think GTA 5 also has a lot of drugs.
No, I meant bugs. Cyberpunk had a lot of bugs. When it
you were saying bugs.
You said bugs.
I think Fortnite also had some lawsuit on them by, I guess, iPhone, like App Store.
Right, that's true.
And that was worth a lot, I guess. So maybe.
Just to clarify the question, so which video game franchise has racked up over $1 billion in lawsuits? So this can be not just one lawsuit. It's like they've had so many lawsuits on them, and it's total over 1 billion.
Right. I think what
could you repeat the options actually?
Cyberpunk, GTA 5, Fortnite, Donkey Kong.
So only GTA is a franchise out of these. So it's a good chance that could be wrong.
No, but he said GTA 5, right? Not GTA franchise. Yeah, Sohrab? Can you clarify that?
Yeah, that's what I said.
GTA 5.
Yeah.
No, then it has to be Fortnite.
I think it should. But maybe it can be Donkey Kong also because it's so old that it has racked up a lot of lawsuits. I don't know.
But why would it need a lawsuit?
So one of you thinks it's A, one of you thinks it's B, one of you thinks it's C, the other one thinks it's D. Okay.
Fortnite did actually have a big lawsuit and thing. So,
wait, Anagha, what did you say?
I feel it's GTA 5 because it's too old now. Has been there for so long.
Okay. So you guys have to unanimously agree on one.
I think either GTA 5 or Fortnite. Either of the two.
I'm inclining to Fortnite.
So
I'm confused between GTA and Cyberpunk. So
I think GTA more people are saying.
Yeah.
So we have Anagha with GTA. Okay. All of you GTA?
Pressure.
I still feel Fortnite, but if others think like it's GTA, then.
One final answer: GTA or Fortnite?
GTA, let's go with GTA. Because a
Yeah,
lot
let's
of
go with
people
that.
GTA,
Okay.
yeah.
Actually, Donkey Kong did have a lot at the time, but it's kind of died down. It can't be $1 billion because even at that time it was like, like games didn't make like that much money basically.
Yeah.
And Cyberpunk is fairly new, so I don't think it had enough time to rack up $1 billion in lawsuits. So yeah, I think probably the top two, even I'm assuming, would be GTA 5 and Fortnite, and it's GTA 5 with the most.
Yes.
I think it's because of all the X-rated content and the drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Plus, it's the only franchise out of us.
That is true. When you said that, I was like, oh shit. When choosing the other options, I was like, damn it. Okay. Cool. Question 2. Alongside Universal Interactive Studios, who else developed Crash Bandicoot, the video game? Is it EA? EA Games Bethesda, Naughty Dog, or Nintendo?
I think it's Nintendo. Because it was exclusively available on 3DS and DS initially. And by that stance, it has to be Nintendo. If I'm
I don't think it will be Bethesda or Naughty Dog. So it would be Nintendo.
Nintendo, right?
Anagha?
Okay, they are so sure. So
So you're locking in Nintendo? Cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why do you say no to Bethesda or Naughty Dog, Anand?
It's kind of like AAA franchises. So
Crash Bandicoot is a AAA game. It feels
but still, it's kind of different.
It's unfortunately Naughty Dog. The correct answer is Naughty Dog. Even I was so shocked with this. I also thought it was a Nintendo.
Surprising.
I thought it was a Nintendo game, and
Yeah,
I
'cause it
immediately
was-
looked it up when I saw it. And Naughty Dog is actually mentioned in the companies that I worked on it. So
Wow.
you guys won't reach the 5, but try for 4 at least. So, question 3. What was the top mobile game? This is a marketing question. What was the top mobile game of 2021 by consumer spend? Consumer spend.
Okay.
A. Honor of Kings. B. Coin Master. C. Roblox. Or D. Genshin Impact.
Anand.
You played a lot of Genshin Impact,
Marketing guys.
And I'm alpha Genshin Impact, but I'm not sure about the metrics.
Honor of Kings,
Yeah,
Coin Master,
make a lot of-
Roblox, Genshin Impact. This is in 2021. 2022 is not over, so we don't know yet. Yeah.
Genshin was popular in 21, right?
It was released in 20 actually.
Okay.
But when was it peak in 2020 or 2021?
2020 also it's good. I'm not sure about 2021.
I think
I think
Roblox
it
had a
could-
good rise in 2021.
But I don't think Roblox was that popular. Could be that Lord of Kings thing. Because I
Honor
keep
of
seeing it
Kings,
on Honor of Kings.
I have
Coin
no
Master,
idea, I don't.
Roblox, Genshin Impact.
Alright.
Anagha, what do you think? You haven't said anything.
I go with whatever the quizmaster.
Oh, you mean Keshav? Okay. What's Keshav?
Don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I thought Mustafa actually. I meant
Oh, Mustafa.
Mustafa
okay.
usually win the
Right.
prizes. I had no idea about
I'm
it.
the one who makes them.
He makes them. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm honestly inclining towards Genshin, but not really sure.
Okay. By the way,
Yeah, like I do know
Keshav,
Genshin makes a lot of money, so
Yeah, right.
Let's go with it.
Keshav, the line that you just said, maybe it sounded so much like a Breaking Bad thing. Like,
Yeah.
I
I'm the one who knocks.
I'm the one who knocks. Yeah. It just sounded so much like. Cool. So, anyways, you guys are going for Genshin. Is that what you're choosing?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
Let's do it.
yeah.
I have no idea what Honor of Kings is. That's not the answer.
Same.
Okay.
Coin Master always does very well, right? And it's a game that our co-founders love, especially Afsar, and
Yeah.
I hate it. That's not the answer.
Understandable.
That's not the answer, thankfully. Like
Okay.
personally for me. Anand said Roblox. What? It didn't do well or something? Is that what he said?
I mean, I haven't seen it that much. That's all. Like, I'm not sure about
Yeah.
how well it did.
Gee, dude, Roblox does way too well. That's the correct answer.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I think Genshin was second. So yeah, Roblox. I mean,
Yeah.
it caters to too many people. It's not just little kids that play it. It feels like that, but if you go on YouTube and stuff, my god, the amount of views that they get, it's crazy.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. But just for the listeners, Sohrab made this quiz more harder than the other one. So yeah.
So it was because there's 4 minds working on it compared to 2. So I thought, okay, I mean, there might be a little bit more brain.
But still, we just have one option to guess.
True. Okay, question 4. In 2021, the global ad revenue reached $295 billion. Where is the number set to reach in 2022? Is it 350, 500, 445, or 400? It's all $1 billion.
295 you said.
Last year was 295. So this year it's set to reach 350, 500, 445, or 400. Global ad revenue.
Okay, so if we take 295, 400 would be a 33% growth, which is believable. 350 is a little less, and 445 would be.
445 also can be.
It's like 50%. 445 is almost 50%.
Was 219, 2020 or 21?
21 was 295.
2021 was 295. Yeah.
There's no way nobody will know this answer.
Exactly. Either you know it or you don't. It's like that. Yeah.
Either it's 400 or 445.
445 I think makes more sense because it's growing quite a bit, right? So
Isn't it?
But like that's almost doubled, right?
also
Like not doubled, but
it's like not a whole number, so somehow I feel it can be.
Yeah. Believe.
Yeah,
Let's
you
go
know
with 445. Yeah, 445.
The reason, Mustafa, like what you just said, it's not a whole number, is the exact reason why I made it up and put it in this list. It's not the correct answer.
Oh,
Wow.
fell for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Trap.
It was a trap.
Yeah, exactly, and you easily fell for it. Nice. So it's not 500. 500 is way too much. It's not 400 either. It's actually 350. Even I was pretty shocked. Only a $65 billion increase. Yeah. I mean,
is this for mobile or like in general?
It's for mobiles. Yeah. All right. So you have one correct till now. I thought you would do better than this. Okay. I think I did make it way too hard. Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Hopefully you get this one right. Question 5. What was the original intent of The Sims? You guys know the Sims series?
Yeah.
PC game? What is the original intent of The Sims? A. City builder and architectural simulator. B. A method to study human behavior. C. A way for people to form virtual communities. Or D. Nothing. I just didn't find any other question to ask you guys.
That is not true because there was another question. So last option is not there. I think it's the human behavior. I feel it's the human behavior.
The architectural thing is SimCity, right? It's not. Is it
But,
part of the Sims franchise though?
It is
You
part
have
of the
to make a
franchise.
city, right?
Hmm.
But like Sims is basically people, right? I think could be related to that psychology thing.
What was the third option? Architecture, human behavior, and
A way for people to form virtual communities.
virtual community.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's wrong.
I think human behavior only.
Yeah? Is that what all 4 of you are going with?
Anagha.
Okay.
Anagha hasn't said anything for a while.
I actually thought it's the other sim. I have no idea about this sim. So
But which sim are you thinking about?
the mobile sim, I thought actually.
Oh,
That's why I was nodding.
no, there's a video game called The Sims where you get to control human beings, you can build their house, you can live their life basically. So yeah. So you guys are going with a method to study human behavior?
Yeah. I think so.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
What was the third option again?
A way for people to form
Connections.
virtual communities. You guys have already locked in 2. I'm not taking in any other option. So,
Cool.
obviously, D is not it, which is nothing. I just didn't have any other question to ask you guys. I do have a 6th question also, in case you guys answer 5. So, obviously, a method to study human behavior is not it. I also thought it would be it, but I made this up thinking that this would be the answer. It's actually city builder and architectural simulator.
Oh.
Yeah.
So SimCity basically.
I think it's talking about SimCity. Yes. I think it's just Sims as a franchise was made for that, and then it kind of like went into the human aspect of it.
Yeah, like I thought the same because like I was confused whether SimCity was launched first or Sims was launched first. So that would.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Wow.
Only 1 out of 5.
Tough quiz, guys.
Okay.
I'll just ask you the 6th question just for fun. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll ask you very quickly.
Yep.
What is the average age of a mobile gamer calculated in 2021? I made the answers very hard, but whatever. A 33, 34, 35, 36.
34. Whatever the lowest is, I think.
I was expecting like.
No,
40.
but even
What is
but
that?
even like our grandparents also play like Candy Crush and all those type of games.
Yep.
33 to 36 are the options.
Okay.
Such a random question.
33.
Come on, Sohrab, we should have given a better range. What is this?
I initially had it as like very different numbers, but then I thought that you guys would get 5 right and you would have to enter this question. So I'm like, okay.
I
Whatever.
think it should be the lower number because majority more children play than older people play, I feel.
So,
But on those devices also, the ages must be calculated on the basis of their parents, right?
Oh, I didn't think that much.
I don't know. No, but maybe in games they put their own age.
I mean,
We are
it's
just
quite hard
shooting
to
here,
guess.
guys. We are just
All
shooting.
4 the options are pretty close. So.
Okay. I mean, this question doesn't matter, so just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
35.
But you guys can literally answer Mustafa 1 answer, Anagha 1 answer, Keshav. So,
Like guys, different option. At least one of us different.
one of you gets 2.
I go with 35.
Okay. Anand?
33.
Anagha?
33.
No, either 34 or 36.
Okay. Cool.
I'll take
So-
36.
Yeah, I mean, you're left with 36. You have no option, dude. And you're the lucky one. You got it right.
I said upar wala range.
Mastermind,
Yeah.
guys.
It's 36. So I think it is because of what Keshav said, because like a lot of older like grandparents and stuff would also play. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's the end of the quiz. I think one of the worst performances. I'm sorry.
You don't have to rub that in.
Given our 2 months of experience, I think it's pretty nice. All others had more experience in gaming industry. So
Also the questions.
That doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Keshav. Justify
We
it.
blame the
Keshav.
questions.
No. Don't
season
blame the
2
quizmaster.
will be.
Yeah,
Season 2 will be back
season
from
2
that.
will be back.
Cool. Fair enough. All right. So yeah, we usually end our podcast now with. I thought we can do it a little differently this time, where maybe you could tell us one skill that you could probably take out of the company that will kind of like stick with you. Also, we usually give tips to newer. So in your case, newer interns that want to join the company or would like to join the company, just something for them. So just if you could leave a little bit for them. Yeah. Keshav.
So one of the I will go first with the tip. So if you are also a summer intern or you know that you will be working here 4 or 5 months down the line, just start playing the games. So get a good head start, play the games and get to know the users and consumers of the product better.
Okay.
So yeah. Out of a lot of skills, one thing that I would take away from Gameberry is that how to run an organization, how you can give freedom and then still have great efficiency out of its people. So plan in the future is to do something of my own. So this is what I would like to implement there. Have a similar culture there,
Right.
where people can be free and do whatever they want and still do wonders for the company.
Right.
So yeah, that is
Nice.
So
Yeah.
for me, one tip that I'd like to give the interns is when you join Gameberry, it's basically you have to like focus on the industry as well as the role. So if you want to focus on the industry, like you'll have to like learn about the games, try playing it, try to empathize what kind of players play it, and for the role, like brush up on like the marketing or the product related concepts. So like you'll have to incorporate that into the gaming industry. So like it's a mix of both things. So yeah, and regarding what learning I take out of my internship, it's basically to like use data to like confirm what you think, or like to have data driven insights basically.
Right.
So at the start, like what I felt like was just I could give a suggestion off the top of my head, and like it is just something that I would have to think it out. But yeah, like it's something I keep learning even now, because like if I have to suggest something, it should be something that the players of our games want to see it. Like not just I want to see it, because the majority of our players want to see this.
Exactly.
So we have to look into what these players are doing, what their actions are, what their behavior is, and then from these, like try to find out what they would want to see further and what they would like. So not just from our games, you'll have to look into different games. So research properly before doing something or having an insight.
Yeah, it's like something what Mustafa said before also, where basically you have like you won't realize some data. Like even as a designer, there's so many times when I just throw some stupid idea out there saying I think that it'll work because it works in some other game, but no way. It will no way work in our game because of the data that we see. Yeah, that's very true.
So one thing added to this is that like I'm assuming you'd be interested in gaming if you're applying here. So whatever games you do play, explore everything within the game, and also maybe give it a thought, like about if you see one feature, that give it a thought, like why would the designer put it there, right? Just that's the thing. And for your interviews, if you are aiming for the product role, then I would say focus a bit on guesstimates, because you might get a lot thrown at you, and just focus on your approach, and like if you're asked something, not your answer doesn't matter so much, just your approach getting there, focus on that part. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, so my advice for the intern, if they are for going for the product role, would be like first to learn SQL. In either way, like they're teaching it here, but it would be better if you know it before, and learn some advanced Excel. So a lot of things we do is in Excel. So if you know it better, it would help. Then like similar to what this guy has told, play our games, not just the GBL games, but also the competitor games, and understand like what's there in each game. Then something I learned from here is that I feel like if we keep the company atmosphere like very open and fun, I guess it will just make everybody's lives very easier. It's just very good for everyone to like enjoy their work and come to the come for work every day, get up with so much excitement to start their work. So I guess that's what I learned from JPL, like how to keep everyone happy in the company.
Nice words, guys. Yeah, awesome. And yeah, we've also enjoyed you guys a lot in these past few months. I've got to meet 3 of you also. So yeah, it's been good. Alright, so we've reached the end of our podcast, and I actually initially thought I was going to make Anand sign us off, but since actually I've noticed Anagha has talked way lesser in the quiz, it's going to be Anagha who has to sign us off. Alright, so Anagha, now you have to do the whole thing where it's like you would have seen in YouTube videos and stuff, like people say like, oh, you gotta like, share, comment, subscribe, put the bell notifications on, all that nonsense. So, yeah, go for it.
Sure. Like, should I say like, okay. So like, thank you everyone for watching the episode. Please subscribe to our channel. Lot more fun videos are going to be uploaded by the podcast team. And yeah, please subscribe, like, comment, and do all of that.
Okay, cool. That works. Alright, guys. Yep. Until next time. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.